Am I the idiot for telling a woman about her cheating husband, but by doing so, betraying my best friend? I, female 30, have become very close friends with two girls, Becca, female 29, and Caroline, female 30, over the past year. We hang out a lot and we call each other sisters. Their friendship is super important to me, but I worry I may have ruined it. Caroline works at a library with this guy David, 30M. They were flirting for 2 months before David confessed that he's actually married and cannot be with Caroline in any way. This, of course, made Caroline super sad, so we, Becca and I, comforted her when she told us this deep and emotional secret. Apparently, David saw Caroline was sad at work and he apologized that he was the reason for her pain and said he just wanted to see her smile again and met her at a bar to clear the air about their situation. They flirted for hours. After the bar, he told her that he can't see her again, which made her sad, and we comforted her again. Fast forward to the next workday, David noticed Caroline was sad again, so he lamented that she's such a great girl and he's such a trash guy and she deserves so much better, and offered to take her somewhere to talk about their situation. They'd been repeating this cycle for a while now. She is sad. He is guilty he made her sad and he likes her attention, so he flirts with her and then takes her out. They flirt all night. Then he tells her they can't do this again and she's heartbroken again. Rinse, lather, repeat. I and Becca will race over to Caroline's townhouse and comfort her about every 1 to 2 weeks after he's told her he can't meet up with her again, and she's despondent again. She tells us everything they did and said, and I understand that I'm privileged for her to trust us with that information because that is personal, emotional, and a secret. Now I've been cheated on and it broke my heart. I still struggle with insecurities and pain that my past partner's infidelity caused me. Caroline knows this. Unfortunately, I know that makes this personal for me and I am very biased. But every week when Caroline is crying, I can't stop thinking about David's poor wife. Caroline was able to find David's Facebook and showed us. This last time, Caroline admitted her and David's date got physical, and after comforting Caroline, I couldn't sleep. I knew Caroline and David were having an emotional affair, which is terrible, but having things get physical was too much for me. I made a dummy Facebook account, found David's FB, then found his wife's FB, and I sent her a message. It was very short, and I made it sound like I just witnessed David and some girl at a bar. I did this last night. Caroline messaged me that David has blocked her, out of respect for his wife, and she is hurt. I'm going over tonight to tell her what I did. I'm concerned I may lose a really important friendship. I recognize I broke Caroline's trust, and she would be well within her rights to stop being my friend. I also understand Becca may feel the same and also cut ties with me for what I've done. I love Caroline and Becca like a sister, but I couldn't sit and not say anything anymore. Is there anything I can do or say to help salvage these friendships? Now for a few comments before the update. There's no legitimate need to tell her what you did. She's the one who chose to continue to be involved with a married man. If she's okay with doing something like that, then she can accept the consequences when they inevitably arise. Comment 2. Don't tell her it was you. If she directly asks, then you may have to come clean. But otherwise, keep quiet. And try to make more friends. Now for the update. First and foremost, thank you to everyone who commented on my first post. I read every comment and I really appreciated the different opinions, including the ones that I was a crappy friend. I know most people advised me against telling my friend what I did, but that felt hypocritical and cowardly to me. No shame on anyone else, it just didn't sit right with me. I couldn't tell her the truth then hide mine, you know? Before I get into it, I would like to address the comments recommending that she and I talk about how wrong this all was. Unfortunately, me and Caroline had many conversations about this situation and how it was wrong and how innocent people were being deceived. Unfortunately, her recurring response was that she knows it's wrong, but she can't even think about the wife or how bad it all is when he's around. She had it bad. We also talked about David leaving his wife, but Caroline let me know that was not on the table with David, and she did not want a serious relationship with him anyway because she knew she would not be able to trust him. We had also briefly talked about therapy, which she seemed to consider. She also had tried to get over David with another guy who was cute, kind, and respectful, but she said he was uninteresting, and talked at length about how she imagined David when she was with this new guy. In any case, the day after I messaged the wife, I went over to Caroline's house as soon as she said she was home from the library. I brought her favorite cookies and said I needed to talk to her. I gave a very brief, think 1 minute, preamble about how she knows how much my cheating ex hurt me and how I'm still struggling with the damage that was caused and why cheating is such a big deal to me. Then I told her what I did. She was quiet at first. She asked me if it was my place to say that, which I agreed it was not. She said she was very hurt and betrayed by my actions, which I said I understood and was more than fair. Then she lamented about poor David and how he must be struggling, This woman just learned that the wife was warned her husband is cheating, and she was lied to, and Caroline's first thought was poor cheating husband. Caroline hated the fact that he blocked her because she just wanted to be there for him and to support him in this difficult time. I asked her what she would like from me, and she asked me to leave, which I quickly obliged. Later, Becca and Caroline both sent me messages late into the night and early into the morning about how I betrayed Caroline's trust. Fair. I was a terrible friend to Caroline. Fair. And to Becca for ruining our friend group. Fair. They also let me know I am personally responsible if David's marriage fails, and for the end of Caroline and David's relationship. I was also informed, according to Becca and Caroline, friendship means setting aside your personal values and morals for someone you care about, and I was told that if they did things I did not agree with on a deep level, that friendship meant ignoring my values and supporting them anyway. And that, I just cannot do it. I feel absolutely terrible for hurting Caroline and by extension Becca, but I couldn't do this anymore. I don't have the space here to write how these women are not Disney villain characters. They, for a large part, are really great women. I have seen them be kind and generous. I know they have a history of working hard and enduring in the face of hardship, and I keep replaying happy memories of our Gilmore Girls marathons or our sledding trip. I don't know if I've ever had people I could laugh so hard with. But sitting here, I can't say I regret what I did or that I want those friendships back. Realizing how little hurting other people mattered to them when compared to friendship made me feel so uncomfortable. I honestly wish them happiness and healing, and I hope we all get what we need to grow and thrive, but I'm okay if we do that separately. Comment 1. All I'm getting from B and C here is that if given the chance to screw someone over they will, and they will find a justification for their actions. Gross. You did a good thing. Even if D's wife doesn't believe you, at least you can sleep at night. And while I'm sure it's hard to lose two friends, I think in the long run your life will be easier/better without them. Comment 2. You're the idiot for not being a supportive friend to Caroline and being a self-righteous moral police instead. Friendships aren't built on betrayals, and you are very guilty of that. Caroline was struggling emotionally, and you should have been there for her, not stab her in the back because you disagreed with her actions. She never asked you to be her conscience, she just wanted a friend who could listen and be there for her in a rough time. Your act of justice did nothing but add more chaos and pain into an already messy situation. David's marriage is his business, not yours. If he was cheating, it was his responsibility to confess to his wife. If Caroline was fine with the situation and understood its implications, she didn't need you to add more guilt and betrayal into her life. You're operating under the assumption that your version of morality is the rig now, for the next story. Am I the idiot for walking out of an event when my fiancé introduced me as a bookkeeper? I, 45, female, have a fiancé, 55, male, who is a retired military officer. I own a successful company I started 7 years ago, and have a small staff of 25. I worked my way through college, paying as I went. Therefore, I graduated in my early 30s with a double major in accounting and business management. I am very proud of that. For a little background, I worked hard for my degrees and have zero debt. I know it took me longer than the typical student going full-time to college after high school. I worked full-time to pay as I took classes. I went to junior college first, then finished at 4 years. I took 2 classes per semester, for a long time. But I finally made it. I have been teased by that junior college isn't the same as going 4 years at a major university. Well, I am proud to have done both and feel the education I received at junior college was excellent. I worked as an accountant for some large corporations, as well as programming and IT. I started my company doing similar support to large and small companies alike. I have a wonderful staff. I manage the contracts, kickoff meetings, sales and consulting staff. I also do some of the consulting and most of the sales/contracts. My sister is my office manager, and I am blessed in so many ways to have her. I was dating my now fiancé before I started my company, and we recently got engaged. Everything seemed to be perfect, except he kept introducing me as a bookkeeper. No disrespect intended to them or the profession. My issue is that I have worked hard to get where I am. I am an accountant, graduate with a double major, and a successful business owner. He could pick almost any other title to introduce me as, but he chooses bookkeeper. I have asked him many times in private to stop calling me a bookkeeper, as it implies to my clients and business associates that he doesn't respect me or what I have accomplished. He said he doesn't see the big deal or the difference and continues to do so. I recently pulled him aside and asked him to just introduce me as a consultant at the event we were going to. While there we were talking to a prospective client for my company, and he said, "She has come a long way as a bookkeeper." I know my face had a full blush at that, excused myself and walked away. We had both driven there, so I got in my car and went home. We both own our own townhomes. I sent him a text to let him know I was leaving and would talk to him later. He thinks I am overreacting. My family thinks he is a controlling ass that doesn't respect me or women. I'm not sure what to think now. He seems so supportive when we are together, but not when we are around other people. He tends to treat me like a subordinate, nice kid, playing with the adults. He does talk down to me in front of my family, but I always assumed he was joking badly. So, Ada for leaving and overreacting? Now for a few comments before the update. Not the idiot he's a retired military officer? Start referring to him well below his rank and incorrectly state which branch he was in. If he kicks up a fuss, just state it's not a big deal, and you don't know why he's upset. But really, what you have accomplished is impressive, just like moving up the ranks in the military is impressive. If he can't respect that and acknowledge your hard work and success, I really think you should reconsider marrying the man. A relationship should have some amount of respect on behalf of both parties, and he's not showing you any. Comment 2. Not the idiot he doesn't respect you. Put this wedding on hold or cancel. He is finding ways to demean you and he knows you don't like it. He sounds intimidated by you and it won't get better once married. Update. I had a conversation with him after a few days. He feels I'm lucky to have him and needs to listen to his advice more and not overreact. The attitude along with reading everyone's replies, thanks, I have called it off with him. I need someone who is proud of me and caring. My family responded by buying champagne. Update 2. Had another conversation with my ex-fiancé. Now that I had time to get my emotions under control, he was willing to let it go. I laughed and told him I'm fine and so are my emotions. I told him about the post and that he should read the replies. Let's just say he was not happy. I did say no names were used, just me, I and he. Here is the total shocking part. He wanted to know what I was going to give him for his help with NY Company. After the shock wore off, I handed him $1 and walked away. Told the family and my brothers wanted to pay him a visit. I told them I handled it and gave him $1. We all laughed, went to the store and got more champagne. God, I love my family. If you like this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.